I'm gonna compare it to
Who?
Dizzy Rascal's Boy in the Corner. Hold on. Wow,
we are talking about a legacy album. What's happening, my Still Colours people? Back in the building, but with a different setup this time, you get me? What I have here, you feel me, is the man they call. Do you know what? Yeah, let me even reel it back in, because this is a special guest, you feel me? You're definitely going to see this guy a couple more times and he's going to flash in and out, you get me? Like that, you get me? But let me give this man a little introduction. He goes by the name of Menenza, also Zenzman, also Papa Wembe's favorite nephew, fam. Menenza, how you doing, Playboy?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, my brother. How you been?
Yeah, I'm not too bad as well, fam. I'm not too bad. You get me? Obviously, COVID's got both of us wearing do-rags.
No, bro, the do-rag's looking, you know what I mean?
Do-rag's looking very, very like a permanent fixture, but we'll sort that out soon. We'll sort that out soon.
Don't worry about that, bro.
So what we're gonna do today is we are about to speak about one of, I think personally right now, one of the biggest artists in the UK. And also someone who was on my personal artist to look out for 2021 list. That's Central Cee.
Facts.
How did you come across Central Cee in the first place?
Central Cee, more so, to be honest with you, just it's kind of be buzzing around, but it's because of somebody that I'm aware of, some guy called Bello. So he manages someone called Rinzi.
Okay.
And Central Cee came in my radar a little bit because I've come to find out he started managing him. So I thought, you know what I mean? So I'm not really someone that really listens to drill like that, but this is like I like to say the young generation's music.
Yeah.
But Central Cee's really hit, the likes of my eardrums, people around me. So I thought, you know what, let me have a little listen to this guy and see what he's saying. So
no, he's wavy, bro. He's very wavy. And you know what, even just now, innit? So, he's released his debut mixtape, I do believe it is, Wild West.
Wild
West, you feel me? And obviously just got the news now, you know me, I like to do my research on the charts. It actually debuted at number 2.
Which ain't bad, you think about it.
That's incredible, fam. Like, this is a mixtape. Let's bear that in mind. It's a mixtape. People are dropping albums and, they're barely getting top 10. And this guy's getting top 2 in the country. That's incredible. So, obviously, let me give this a round of applause. You get me? A round of applause for that one, yeah. Round of applause for that one there. But I think, do you know what, yeah? Obviously, one thing we should get into. So, we've had a week to digest the tape. We've had a week to take it in. Let's just get on to our initial thoughts. Like, what was your initial thoughts, obviously, first listening to it? And like you said, you come from a different background where you're not really listening to Joe. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Exactly. You know what? From when I first listened to it, it never really, attracted me in any way, shape, or form. I listened to it, skimmed through, I thought, you know what, whatever, blase. I had a second listen to it, and I thought, you know what, he's hit a nail head here. He's hit a nail with something there for sure, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of grown. It's a type of album that really isn't really put into the category of drill, if you do think about it.
Facts.
He's not really a drill artist. I think he really takes it into his own lane, 110%. And that's what really drew me towards him. I thought Central Cee is a different type of artist altogether. So the mixtape itself, from start to finish, with no features, I thought, whoa.
Big move, innit?
Where are we going with this? No features. How many was about 13 tracks, 12 tracks on that?
I think like 14 or something like that.
Yeah. I thought, come on, there's a lot of tracks on this. But to be fair, it started off quite strong, faded a little bit, but it picked up a lot throughout the mixtape. So I'll give it a decent little rating, to be sure. But we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good as well. One thing that I was quite surprised about, and I don't know why, because obviously after listening to like the singles he's dropped, I've started to see a theme, is he is very good with production. Like, he knows, what tracks sound good with his voice, you get me? Like, I do feel like his production tours, especially like you said, like, it's not a quintessential drill album where you get, the heavy, like, you get the drill influences, but you wouldn't listen to this from beginning to end and say, yeah, it's 100% drill. Like, he mixes it here and there. You've got, those smooth, you get me, those smooth sounds that you attribute to, man, you feel me? He's got the smooth instrumentals, and also he's got the drill instrumentals. And bro, I was very surprised with his selection choice. I thought it was really nice. And like I said, I was introduced to him through TikTok, fam. I won't even lie, bro. I was introduced to
social media kids, bro.
Bro, I've got to be there, innit, fam. I remember seeing one girl doing all of these things to it, and I'm thinking, what's this? What's going on here?
What track was that though? What?
It's that one, Day in a Life. Let's see if you really trap. Dun, 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 dun. It was that one. It was that one.
Yeah,
And you know, when you hear a song over and over and over, it's kind of like you're saying, it kind of starts to grow in you. So I was like, I need to check out this guy. And then, lo and behold, I was like, okay, cool, he's good, he's good. And obviously,
but he can rhyme. He can spit, though.
He can spit. That's the thing. I think that's the thing. When you actually sit down and listen, he's got bars. He's got bars. It's not just, it's not just ABC rhymes. He does have bars.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And really and truly, he's got songs for everyone. If you really think about it, he's got songs for females. He's got songs for the trappers. He's got songs for people that have got that sonical type of hearing when it comes to music. So I feel like, he's an artist you've definitely got to look out for throughout this coming year, 100%. But he started off with a bang.
Bro, a big bang. You get me, fam? You got to bear in mind, like, let's be real. Like, this guy came up in a COVID year where it's even harder to blow. You get me? It's even harder. You're not getting that show money, appearances. People don't really take into account how much, like, people being about is part of their career. You get me? When you're mixing and grooving, when you're going to these events, when you're showing face, when you're, obviously your shows, it gets you out there a lot more. Where when you're confined into your house and your, little environment, that lockdown permits, it's much harder to, impact people and touch people. So the fact that he was able to do all of this in a COVID year is incredible. But let's just jump into the album, bro. Zenz, what are you saying? Like, what are your favorite tracks from the album? What are you thinking?
Number one track for me is the intro.
Oh yeah, big song, and 6 for 6, isn't it?
6 for 6, big song in that one, man. I thought, you know what? He come in quite hard. He kind of set the tone for the album straight away, for the mixtape, should I say? I keep calling it an album. That's how big it was to me.
There you go.
I'm trying to say, I think it was absolutely massive. Commitment Issues is another one as well. I feel like he kind of really brought in the wider audience, not just the trappers, but the females. I know the females are gonna be loving that one, man. It's just one of them kind of love heart songs, as we like to call it. I'm trying to say.
100%. And even with Commitment Issues, like, speaking of like him debuting at number 2, that one jumped up to number 9 in the charts as well. So he's got top 10 on both sides, which is incredible. The Bag is another track as well. Big song. I think that's a big song. Throughout, to be honest with you, is the whole mixtape, I'd like to say every single track will probably jump on the playlist for me. Only due to the fact that it's production levels. The kid can rhyme. It's just, all in all, it's a big debut mixtape for the kid. No, 100% massive debut. And I would say, like, for me, I'm the same. Like, to be fair, like, do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what I feel like with a lot of people, when they drop albums, when they drop mixtapes and such and so forth, where they spoil it is they drop their best material straight away. You get me? So their best 5 tracks, you hear that straight away. So then when you go listen to the album, you're like, okay, cool. What we've already heard is the best, and then it's downhill from here.
Yeah.
Where I wouldn't necessarily say it's like this. Like, also the fact that he spaced out these tracks that he's released is quite smart. But also, like, you do get a variety, like we're talking about. You get a variety of, tracks for the trappers, tracks for the girls. Like, you get me? Like, I was pleasantly surprised, man. I was actually pleasantly surprised, man, because for me, from what I've heard of his singles, I would compare him to kind of like, not really the same, but kind of like a Currency, where he's got lyrical OCD. Do you know, like, for example, Currency only spits about cars, women, weed, and getting money. That's it. That's all this guy cares about. Where, like, so when I'm hearing Central Cee, okay, I'm thinking, okay, this guy obviously spits about trapping, making money, all of these things, this, and that. But then I'm listening to the tape and I'm hearing a lot more deeper stories, like him talking about the relationship he had with his mum and, stuff that was happening with his stepdad.
Story. Sorry for cutting you out. The mixtape is an actual story.
It is, yeah. It is a story, fam. And you got a lot more than you expected, which I was, pleasantly surprised with, man. Really pleasantly surprised.
You know what? I'll give my applause to Central Cee himself and the team. I'll say his team have probably pushed him towards, the right direction, because he's an independent artist.
Yes.
So number 2, let's not forget that. Let's not let that go over people's heads. He's an independent artist. Come on, man.
Bro, it's actually mental when you think about it. And you got just a quick shout out to the West, man, because we're seeing it a lot with these independent artists. Like Digga D did it himself. He was top 3 independent. And obviously now we've got Central Cee, number 2. Like, bro, like, and the thing is, one thing that we fail to admit as well, these men are young as well. Young, bro. Young.
Like, so the world is their oyster at the moment, if you think of it, bro.
The world is their oyster, you get me? And like, obviously seeing people like Dave, for example, who have done it and essentially reached the tops of the tops, and they still haven't even hit the age of 25. Bro, it's incredible. Do you know, it's going to be really interesting to see like where he takes his career. You get me? What he does with it, because is it going to be a situation where it's kind of like, this is what I do and I'm going to stick to my lane, or am I going to? What do you think? What do you think would be a right direction for him to take if we were to just predict randomly?
My main worry before I even jump into that is, has he peaked too early? I always have that type of thought process when it comes to the artists of today. It's seasons at the end of the day. They have highs and lows. So the direction I think he's going, I thought he end up probably signing a massive deal. I think there'll be a deal cards for him. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think driving this boat independently, I think he's just sticking at the moment, because the promotion that's gone on this mixtape, I don't know if you realize, if you've gone down west, I don't know if you've seen that massive
billboard in it.
Oh, bro. Come on, man. A lot of artists that are signed to labels don't even get the promotion that he's got.
That's true.
You know what? I don't want to say it.
I don't want to
say it.
Say it.
I don't want to say it, bro.
My friend, please say it.
You know what I'm going to compare it to?
You.
Dizzy Rascal's Boy in the Corner. Hold on. Wow,
we are talking about a legacy album. What are you saying?
Now, let me land. Listen why I'm saying this.
Okay, good.
When you look at the unique selling point of that mixtape, Orange, boom, in your face. The promotion that's been going on, in your face. Everywhere I've been seeing billboards. Boy in the Corner was that iconic tape that come out, which was different. I'm not talking musically, I'm just saying more so promotion, more so the actual cover. So it stood out and it made people look at and be think, you know, it's the Central. All right, let me have a quick listen to Central Cee. What's going on? Why is there so much Central Cee? Why am I seeing Central Cee posted everywhere?
I do get what you're saying. It is quite smart. There is like there's a logic behind, man. Bruv, there's a logic behind it. Like, I think, bruv, if his marketing team did this, bruv, I'll give him all the rating, because, you know, like certain colors are like more striking. So, for example, when you see like an orange or red, that's kind of like, it just grabs your attention. And for example, Dizzy Rascal with the yellow, it just grabs your attention. You just see it. Well, like if my guy was standing in front of like a white background, it's not gonna bang the same. You get me?
It's not gonna bang the same. And there's a certain lyric. Can't remember the track in my off the top of my head where he cites a Dizzy Rascal lyric as well. I
didn't pick that up, bro. I didn't pick that
up, man. What track was that? What track was that? Stop that, get that. What?
Yeah, stop that, get that.
All right. To me, sometimes you've got to kind of piece the puzzle together and understand where the avenue somebody's actually going. So it shows his influences straight away as an artist. Listen, the team, Central Cee, they've got something right there, man. And we'll be idiots not to even applaud this kid at this moment of time in the music game.
100%, man. Like I said, like from one thing that I respected, and one of the reasons that I put him on my list is the business moves, man, are smart, man. Like, I do feel like, especially now, the younger generation are a lot better at not only interacting with their fans, but giving their fans an experience where they feel like they're part of it. You get me? Like, I'm seeing this guy replying to people on TikTok, replying to messages, like, dude, putting in the hard work, you get me? Where I kind of feel like certain artists feel like they're above that. You feel me? Where they can't get down to that ground level, that grassroots level, where really a lot of your fans are. And I just rate it, bro. I really do rate it, fam.
You know, because your ears are towards the streets, you know, and social media. What are the fans been saying? What have you been gathering from what you've been seeing?
But you know what? It's been mostly positive, you know. It's been mostly positive. The only thing I've seen actually recently is that they've been comparing Central Cee's 2020-2021 to Lowski's 2016 to 2017. You get me? Because obviously Lowski, mixtape Lowski, you get me? Like, you get me? Like, let's be real. And if we're talking about Joe, Lowski is highly regarded in Joe. So I guess that says a lot about what is going on with Central Cee right now, currently. You feel me? Like, not to say, like, my Central Cee's eclipsed him or Lowski's eclipsed him. It's just a conversation that's happening right now. Who's having a better year?
It's always going to happen, though. But bearing in mind, Central Cee, I wouldn't even put him as a dual artist, full stop.
I wouldn't. And I wouldn't even, I don't think you can compare the two in it, because I think Central Cee commercially is having an incredible year, where I think they're talking about Lowski music-wise. And I do feel like, obviously, Central Cee's having an incredible year music-wise, but I think they're mainly focused on that, because he wasn't charting with all of that stuff in 2016 and such, where Central Cee, like we said, top 2. So, like, What are you saying, fam? If you were to give this a score, let's say we were to rate this out of 10, what are you giving it?
My initial score, I say, probably falls within 7, 8 out of 10.
Wow, that's good, you know.
I say 7 out of 8 because it surprised me, full stop. He surprised me with this album, with this mixtape. I keep calling it an album because I feel like he does such a great job at it. My only missing piece of the puzzle really was features. I feel like sometimes you really got to see how artists really flex with other artists as well.
100%.
It kind of shows the type of harmony you may have in the studio and how it kind of portrays itself in the track.
100%.
You know what I'm trying to say? And really and truly, has he got any club bangers? I know you love the club as well.
You know how I am, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I guess you could say so, fam. I guess you could say the 6 for 6. I could see that licking off in a party. I guess I could see that licking off it. And I think pinging as well. I think I could see that licking off as well. Licking off a young rave, licking off the dance. You get me?
Yeah.
But it's not exactly the same. It's not the same as like a big club song. You get me? It's not. I don't think he has massive club songs that will pop it off. I feel like he's got those niche songs that if you heard it in a club in Shoreditch or something, people will be like, okay, yeah, I know this song.
And the fact you're saying that it's been ringing off on TikTok as well. You know what I'm trying to say?
Bro, hold tight TikTok, fam. The new A&Rs, fam. The new A&Rs, bro. They are putting people on, fam.
So I'll definitely give that a 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8 musically. And if I'm talking about the album, the mixtape as a whole cover, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll give it a solid 8.
Solid 8, that's strong.
Solid 8. And that's high.
That is very high.
That's high.
For me, I'm thinking a 7. I'm definitely thinking a 7. Do you know what? You did make me think. It would be very good to see how he does blend with features, innit? Because a lot of artists, they, don't want to do features for particular reasons. We don't know what those reasons may be, but it'll be really interesting to hear my guy, like you said, mix and blend and flow with another artist to see the kind of chemistry that he has with someone else, but also just to hear it, you get me? Just to hear it and really like, you know me, I'm an old school guy. I like to see people like kind of go back to see, okay, who's sounding better on this one? Who got who on this one? So
that's what we do. When we see artists kind of ripping each other on tracks, subconsciously we're looking, thinking, you know what? Yeah, you killed that track, It's an element of a battle in a sense, without it being a natural battle. So yeah, we love seeing that, man. So I think it was missing that 110%, man.
100%. Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does from here. Like, bro, a number 2 on your first jump. Like, how do you get me? You have to get number 1 next. You get me? No pressure. You feel me?
This is the way I don't want to jinx it. But I hope he hasn't peaked too early, man. I hope this is like, a start of something beautiful. You know what I'm trying to say?
I do as well, bro. It remains to be seen, but it'll be very interesting to see where he goes from here. Like we said, bro, 2021 has just started. So we might be having a completely different conversation at the end of the year. We could be, you get me? We could be, saying my guy has superseded what we thought he could do and is up there with the biggest artists in the UK. And we could be saying otherwise, innit? I guess it's yet to be seen, but he's definitely got a promising future.
Ooh, you're setting the bar already then, is what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying, when you're putting numbers like that on the board, I'm expecting madness, fam. You get me? Because it's not like a gradual climb. Like you said, my guy's literally gone from my guy's gone from 0 to 100, bruv.
Trust me. That's why he's caught our eyes. He's caught our eyes for that reason. An independent artist, and he's just doing numbers on the charts at the moment.
Killing it, bro. Whoa. Killing it.
How can you not listen to this guy?
That's what I'm saying.
How can you not take him in?
So it'll be very interesting to see where he takes it from here. Look at me. We'll see in it. But with that being said, let's keep this short and sweet. Let's sign out here. Zenz, have you got any parting words for the people?
Listen, just remember, store colors, watch, listen. Biggest thing about.
That's it. That's my guy right here, yo. Sign out, my people. Peace.